So you were involved, romantically involved with Walter from the F&F podcast, and you guys were dating.
Yeah.
And can you just give us a quick, maybe 30-second summary of kind of everything that's gone down, and then we'll get into the details.
Okay, so yeah, I've dated this guy. He was the owner of the podcast of Fashion Fit. And I met him on last year, November. Mm-hmm. And then we become official on end of December. It was like New Year. So he made it official. He posted us on YouTube. Caption was, "She bought my mom a gift. Now it's serious." And he asked me in person, like, "I want you to be mine, no other guys." Mm-hmm. Then I went back home for Chinese New Year. Then we started talking, like, Then I told him I was going to move to Miami, and that's what happened. Then when we actually came back to Miami, I stayed in his apartment for more than 2 weeks. Then I got pregnant. Then when I found out I'm pregnant, he already broke up with me. That was like 2 weeks later. I stayed in Miami.
He broke up with you?
He broke up with me before I found out I'm pregnant.
Okay.
Why did he break up with you?
I don't know. He just switches off, which I found out later that he might be playing the game the whole time, and he didn't want the kid. So when I called him, he told me, "I don't want the baby. You go get a pill." Mm-hmm. That's it. That's
okay.
That's
Actually, I did have one other question before we delve into this. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll come to it at the end. I was going to ask you kind of. Did you do any dating when you were living in China?
No.
No dating. Okay,
I cut it off. Like, I was completely solid.
Okay, because it's unrelated to the Walter thing, but I was just curious about, perhaps the differences in terms of dating in China versus here in the U.S. Or those differences. But we'll come back to that. So, I think you went over timeline here. So you were. You met him in November, is that correct, Daisy?
Right.
And then you broke up in February or March? March. And
March 25th, he broke up with me.
March 25th, he broke up with you. When did you find out you were pregnant?
April 1st.
April 1st.
Yeah, I did a test. I had a pregnancy test on April 1st.
Okay.
So that's like, I went ahead and I texted him. I showed him the pregnancy test.
Okay.
Then he's like, "I'm going to call you back." Then he told me I don't want any kids.
So you took a pregnancy test. Mm-hmm. You were texting him. You let him know. Yeah. And then not long thereafter, he wanted to call you, or you wanted to call him?
He said he was on some kind of party, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to call you back." So he called me back for 5 minutes. Didn't went well.
Was this the conversation that you recorded?
No.
Okay.
That was later.
That was later. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess perhaps the first thing we do is actually listen to the recorded conversation that you have with him. One point of clarification. There seems to be some discussion of a lawsuit. I'm a little confused there.
Yeah.
Is there actually a lawsuit?
Yes. It just went very slow.
Are you the defendant
lawyer.
or the plaintiff?
Defendant.
You're the defendant.
Yeah.
Okay, so Walter filed a defamation?
No. I am going to file a defamation lawsuit.
But there's not currently... Nobody's filed.
Not yet. My lawyer is working on every evidence right now.
So you do have a lawyer?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So there hasn't been a filed case yet, but you intend to file, is it a defamation action?
And coercion.
Coercion?
Coercion.
Coercion.
Yeah, coercion.
Okay.
Right. And you're doing this, I'm assuming, in the state of Florida. Is that correct?
That I have to follow up with my lawyer.
Because you said you live in New York, right?
Yeah, I'm staying in New York.
Is there any reason you would file it in New York versus Florida? Because he lives in Florida, right?
I don't know, actually. My lawyer, they're super busy because they're very big in New York City. They haven't told me anything. Just a few days ago, they text me they're gonna collect all the evidence and then make announcements.
Wait, so hold on. Is this are they taking this on, what's the term for it? No, like, are you paying them, or is this like they're taking it on contingency?
On contingency.
Is that the term, contingency?
Yeah, but we
Okay.
talked about it. I was supposed to be paying, but then I told them like, because low feed is very expensive in here, I wasn't be able to collecting all this money, and
Okay.
my bank account is in China, so they gave me this
All right.
solution.
Well, we can talk more about the potential lawsuit later, but why don't we play the video, because you recorded a phone conversation that you had with him.
Yeah.
We'll play it just so the audience can hear. I guess my question for you is, what prompted you to want to record this conversation?
See, people don't believe me, even I show all the receipt.
Well, but you had not gone public at this point. Like when you recorded the conversation,
I recorded
this was still a
because-
private matter.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did it because I want to prove it.
Want to prove what?
I want to prove that I am pregnant with his child, and he
But
doesn't
prove to who?
prove to everybody.
But it wasn't public yet.
Yeah, but I did this in advance, so I can show people whatever I'm showing right now. As people can see, I have showed all the receipt, and they still don't believe in me. So what if you think I don't have the record? They're gonna say you're not pregnant.
But so at what point prior to the recorded phone call, the leaked phone call conversation, at what point did you make the determination that I'm going to go public with
Okay.
this?
First time I reached him out, he told me no, he doesn't want the baby. So then 4 days he ignored me.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him some time. But 4 days he hasn't reached me out. Then
He didn't text you? Or
right, he didn't
call?
text me.
Okay.
He didn't do anything.
So you texted him, hey, I'm pregnant, and he didn't respond?
Yeah, he said I don't want a kid. I just
Okay.
don't want a kid.
Oh, no, so he did respond.
First time I text him, yes, he did.
He responded immediately.
Right.
Okay. But then you followed up.
Yeah, then like, so first time I did the pregnancy test, it wasn't like very clear. It's a cross, but I thought maybe he thinks like I'm trying to trick him or something. So I just double sure. I went to the hospital. I did a blood test.
Nick, can you
4
close?
days later, I text him again. This is the blood test. Then I told my friend, maybe it's time to record it, because in my head I was very upset and emotional.
Why?
Because I know this guy doesn't want to take responsibility.
Well, how do you know that?
Because he broke up with me for
Well,
no,
he broke up with you, but it's not clear
for-
if...
he broke up with me for no reason. You're not in my position. That's
Yeah, I
why
don't know-
you
I
can't
don't know all
feel
the
me,
details.
because I moved from China for him.
He broke up. Do you think it's wrong to break up with somebody for, like,
It's all right to break up.
You can
with
break up
me.
with anybody for any
Right,
reason, right?
Right. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Sure.
But just because of that, I kind of sense that he's not like a responsible man.
Because he broke up with you.
Right. In that way, because I'm here alone in this country. I had all my package delivered to his apartment.
Right.
You
I
moved here
didn't
for
wait-
him?
Yes, I moved from China. I had all my package. I couldn't even wait because he was telling me you should go.